welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So I put my Florida water in this vial I found, and it's kind of neat. And when I need to use it, it's a cat hair. No minding that. You want to hear it? You also hear cicadas, so it doesn't matter. And when I need to use some, I just boop, beep, and I use it. That's Florida water. Florida water is fantastic. Especially whenever you've been out in public in mixed company. Whenever I try to put my hair up, it doesn't want to go up, blah, blah, blah. I went outside today. Okay. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you reading? I want to know. Tell me right now. Or not. You don't have to. Also, I'm sorry. New subscribers, hello. Here's a oopsie daisies. Zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. Don't tell anybody you have it. You might need it for later. The journey is long, okay? If you're really hungry, maybe you could take the O off and eat it like a cookie. I don't know. I went to the pumpkin patch with my family today. Look, I've been doing too much shit. I am worn the fuck out. I am beyond worn the fuck out. My social battery is plummeting. I heard the call to hermeticism. This time of year, I hear it frequently. This time of year, I want to isolate. I want to go into myself, and I want to sit with myself. And so sometimes I do. Unfortunately, at this point in time, at my personal crossroads, well, fortunately and internally, shit wasn't flying. Externally, everything was fine. I have worn myself thin. Yesterday I took a lot of naps, or the day before I took a lot of naps. I don't know. I've been taking a lot of naps, sleeping a lot during the day. And last night I painted my entire upstairs hallway in the color Starry Night. It's a very pretty blue color. And then I charted Orion and Taurus, and then this constellation. I do not know how to pronounce it, but they're the ones I frequently see. So on one half of the hallway, I have the idea that I'm charting the stars that I see frequently in the night sky. And then on the back side of the hallway, I'll do their oppositions. You know what I mean? That's just something fun I'm doing. Now, am I great? No. In fact, maybe I'll upload a video, maybe not. I literally just put on some old fucking dress. I was in my like moo covered in paint, and just painting the shit out of my walls at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Now people ask, are you on drugs a lot? No. I'm a night owl. It's just what I prefer. It's my personal rhythm, and also it aligns with my husband's work schedule. So no, I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs, and I don't drink. I literally hit life so fucking raw. It is obliterating. Yeah, sorry I can't be cool like you guys, but whatever. Anyway, sorry I'm a fucking disappointment. Just kidding. Yeah, I've been spreading myself so thin today, every fucking day. I've been spreading myself way too thin, and I am not happy about it. Getting nervous. Here's the thing. I have children. I have a teenager, and I have an 8-year-old, okay? And so we have to do family events, because our family is actually pretty big. So big. Or extended family. Like my husband's the stepfather, basically kind of adopted him. So our family is their family. That's what I mean. Like our actual family. Most of them are dead. And so, but we still fuck around with other familial connections. So it's like we are like the adopted people in the family. We are technically a part of the family, you know. But there's so many children, and so they're all doing stuff all the time. There's always birthdays, and there's always events and stuff. Yesterday I went to a birthday. Today I went to the pumpkin patch. The day before that, it was the Houston Museum of Natural Science, a fucking concert, birthdays, pumpkin patch, and then Halloween is approaching. The ween approaches. And so I'm just, dude, I'm fucking worn out. And as soon as the new moon gets here, that's when my cycle starts. That's when my period begins. And if you didn't want to hear that, I don't give a fuck. Shut the video off. You don't want to hear me say things. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. You just go X. There's an X somewhere. Anyways, you fucking click it, and the fucking amazing thing that happens is I disappear from your reality. So, if you don't like what I fucking say, you could fucking click the fucking X. Okay, it's not that hard. Also, another update, lore update. I decided to give up red meat. I'm a carnivore, so, but I've 100% decided to give up red meat, and I'm just gonna be eating chicken and fish. That's it. It makes me feel a certain way, and I don't like the way it makes me feel. And I have a specific blood type, and there are certain foods that are better for specific blood types. Red meat is not for mine. So, yeah. I read this whole book on diets that people with specific blood types would benefit from because they were the food that the food that our ancestors ate. And so in our blood there is an adaptation to certain foods, and so we can process them better. I have an issue with processing things, literally. Just give it 3 to 5 business days. But anyway, speaking of 3 to 5 business days, I like collecting books from like the 80s, magazines from the 80s, especially astrological books, astronomical books, dictionaries, all kinds of fun books. I like older books. Number 1, they smell funny. Number 1, they stink. Number 2, it's a good stink. Number 3, it's a fine stink. It's a stink, stonk. Okay, I like the way old books smell. And the leather ones are fine because they're cool. They're interesting. I like touching them. I like touching books. Books are my favorite things to touch. People, not so much, because I'm like, where have you been? You filthy thing. I'm just kidding. Just joking. But no, I'm so tired. I'm so worn out. So anyways, I was hunting down this book from 1988, and I found one copy of it. And so I put it in like my cart or whatever, and my husband needed to buy a capo for his guitar because he needed to tune to drop C. I don't understand music. He does. I don't. He is that way. I am not that way. So we complement each other because he is and I am not. So he's logical. I am intuitive. Okay, very different. But whatever. We complement each other, and sometimes we contradict each other, and it's difficult. We have to sort it out. Whatever. So he needed to buy a capo and some other things, and I did go ahead and I bought the. I didn't. Here's the thing. My husband did. In the cart, I had put number 1, a book from 1988, which approximately costed around $50. So number 2, I had my balloon animal making kit in the cart too. So I had them just sitting there. I was like, book from 1988, balloon animal making kit. C'est la vie, mon ami, motherfucker. So that's what I had in my cart. And then my husband was like, I have to buy a capo. So he was doing research, and he stumbled upon my cart. My no girl stuff, my balloon animal making kit, and then my book. There's only one copy, blah blah, rare to find, blah blah, whatever. And he went ahead and bought it, and it was the nicest thing that he's ever done. I mean, he's done very nice things, but I didn't ask him to do that, and he was just like, hey, I bought that really expensive book that you had in the cart, and your balloon animal making kit. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing you've ever done for me. And he was like, well, I've done tons of stuff. I bought you flowers at work, blah, blah. But I was like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. There was one of them left. It was kind of expensive. That was amazing. That was the sweetest thing you've ever done for me. In our 15 years of marriage. We've been together since 2000. A very long time ago. Okay. Before the 2010s, say it that way. Since we were 16, we've been together. We're 32. So, but yeah, it was funny because he was like, but I do sweet stuff for you all the time. I was like, no, you don't understand. This was specifically something you've never done. You've never just on your own in all these years we've been together purchased a book for me that was that expensive without it being some kind of discussion or give and take with like, well, can I, should we, is it, it was just doing. And so I was shocked and stupefied. um you bought me a book. Have you seen Surf's Up? It is a cartoon movie, not a book, it's a cartoon movie about a little penguin who wants to surf and be a big time surfer, and it's like a documentary style movie, but it's a cartoon about surfing penguins. Anyways, every time Cody Maverick's brother says something stupid, he goes. Cody goes. So every time somebody says something stupid, I'm like, fart noises from hell. Anyways, so that was so sweet. I'm so tired. I know the wean approaches and my period approaches. The wean and the wane. Let's say that. The waning. Is waning gaining? Waxing's losing? Right? Is it that? Fuck, I have to think back to my early magical practices when they were teaching me about the moon. Yeah, I don't know. But earlier I knocked over a whole cup of coffee, and I almost knocked over a mirror, and I knocked over a bunch of stuff. I was being so clumsy, and I felt so like defeated. I was so defeated because I kept doing. It was like one mishap after another, and I was like fainting, anemic, 1910s. Oh my god! And like that's exactly how I felt. I felt like a piece of shit. I was so like, I wasn't trying to be hard on myself. But it was a lot. I've been spending so much time externally, publicly, and I just want to come home and read my books and sleep. That's all I really want to do. And instead, I have to do other things. I think I told you. I am. I go on Facebook and I say that I'm going to every event, and then I don't show up to It's a joke between myself and I. Do I think it's funny? Fuck yes. That's hilarious. That's fucking funny to me. Like, yeah, I'm going to all these things. And then sometimes my friends are like, hey, I'm going to see you there, so I'll see you there. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And they're like, no, you won't, motherfucker. I'm not even going. I lied. Stupid. That is just a personal thing. It is like intimate between myself and I. It's a joke. That I think is really fun. Because yeah, like I said, people will be like, oh my god, you're going to that thing, right? Oh, or I'll like, one time I posted that I was going to have a Halloween party, a summerween party at my house. And I was like, I'll start inviting everybody. But then like Hurricane Blage hit at the beginning of July. Or whatever, right? End of June, beginning of July. Was it Beryl? Yeah, Hurricane Beryl hit. And so the Summerween party was mostly just a family gathering. And it was supposed to be my entire friends and acquaintance circle at my house. I had turned my entire house into like a cavern of wonders. I had a fog machine and all these things. And instead it was a family gathering, and all the kids had fun. And we have a theater room, a media room, where they do most of their hanging out. But there is a stage, and there's a projector, and there's a screen, and there's like a theater style. Well, there was at one point theater style seats, but now there's like more gothic romantic style love seats and individual kind of throne seats in there. But there is like a stage, so you could get up on the stage and do a little dancing or whatever. And also, if you wanted to, you can move the furniture and dance or do whatever, and then put the furniture back, and you could watch media on a projector, kind of like a little drive-in thing. So it's fun. That was one thing I didn't. How do you say? There's a specific word. We all have negotiations. It was non-negotiable. It was going to happen. I needed that. I needed a media room that was mostly red velvet everywhere. I needed it to be like very cinematic. It was a need. It was a necessity within my heart. So when we bought this house, that was a non-negotiable with my husband, and he does not have a vision as I do. I am very analytical. I have a very quick vision. I can throw something into nothing and create an amazing thing out of it. I pull things out of a place, and they're here, and then I can present them in a way that at first people question me a lot. People will question me a lot. I don't think you could do that. I don't think it's possible. They start saying shit like that all the time to me. It's not the first, it won't be the last time I've ever heard, "Are you sure?" I don't think so. I don't think that's real. I don't think it's possible. I don't believe in you or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. People say a lot of shit like that to me, and then I mystify people because they don't fucking believe I can do something, and then I'll do it mostly by myself, or I present it in a way that they could then actually understand it. I don't. There's some kind of disconnect between sometimes the things I say and mean and then what people hear, and it gets confusing, and it pisses me off because I'm like, I know I said clearly exactly what. Don't fuck with me. I know you heard what I said. Like in a hardcore. Don't fucking fuck with me. I know what you heard I said. God damn. But then they're like, I don't believe in you. You can't do it. Blah blah. And then every time I hear those words, I pull a rabbit out of my hat and I'm like, ta-da! And they're like, how the fuck did you do that? I'm like, can you give me 5%, bitch? Please, just 5%. That's all I need. 5%. Like, come on. I can make magical things happen. We all can. If you just share and just your heart, man. You gotta believe, bro, brethren. We gotta believe together, okay? That we can make the world a better place, and we can. But yeah, but no, but yeah. So yeah, anyways. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking tired, and so I'm off my game right now. I've painted the hallway a beautiful blue, and I have golden yellow stars everywhere. I so I'm working on right now. I have Taurus, Orion, and then that one constellation. I don't know how to say the correct word, so I'm not gonna botch it by allowing it to leave the threshold of my mouth. It stays in here. It stays in here until I can figure out how to pronounce it correctly. And then tonight, what I'll do, I know I see Pegasus frequently, and I see Pegasus, Cassiopeia, Taurus, Orion. What else? The Swan, the Eagle, and the Swan, the Eagle, and there was another one. I haven't seen Delphinius. I have not seen Delphinius. They taught us about it in like the astronomy little classes I go to. They taught us about it. They said, well, you can see it right now. So what you're gonna do is you'll go from the crook of the the crook of the Dipper to Arcturus, and then from Arcturus you could go to the giant pizza in the sky, and it is the Swan, the Eagle, and Delphinius is somewhere in between them. But I haven't seen Delphinius, so maybe I'll go look for it tonight. But yeah, that's something I'm doing. I'm charting stars that I'm seeing right now, putting them on the wall. And later on, if I want to change it up or whatever, I can. I could always paint over it and then do the next year's or the next cycle's stars that are viewable from different, winter, spring, summer skies. It shifts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Maybe not. Anyways, I love the stars. I love the sky. I like the fact that, I love that. So yeah, I think tonight I'll go out and try to see if I can find Delphinius. I have a star map tracker, and then I also have my night vision goggles, and I do have glasses that I wear because I am technically almost fucking blind. I don't know how blind I am. They weren't very clear about it, but I told them I went to see an eye doctor one time, and she told me that it would be very bad if I ever drove a car without glasses. And I didn't have glasses at that time because my glasses they were broken up in a wreck. And so I was like, oh, I don't have any glasses right now. And she was like, you need to call somebody to come get you. I'm not letting you drive without fucking glasses, you psycho bitch. No, she didn't say it. She was really respectful. But basically that's what she was saying. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, basically, you're kind of like legally blind, okay? So don't ever let me catch you in a fucking car with no glasses. You crazy bitch. Then I challenged her to a duel. We walked 10 paces, we turned around and shot each other. Shot each other glances. I'm just kidding. Bitch, shut up. Anyways, so look how red I am. Well, first of all, my hands are red because I dyed my hair. I told you guys that already. And I have paint all over me still. Oh well. But I went outside. I put like sunscreen on my face. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I am so fucking tired today. I put sunscreen on my face. It's like a type of moisturizer with built-in sunscreen or whatever. SPF 50, you know. And then I put it on my face and neck. But I was in the sun a mix. So I was in the sun today a little bit, just a little bit. And god damn, I always get so, I'm like a fucking mood ring as soon as the sun touches me, and all the hard work of avoiding the sun and having a lighter skin tone is out the window. So I don't know. Here's the thing. I keep going out into public. Here's the thing. I know I'm kind of complaining. Okay, may I please complain on my own channel? Here's the thing, and I'll realign later, but I have to get this complaining out. I keep going out for my kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's important for them to have a good journey for October. Why do you ask? Because last October, my mother died, and my husband's mother began dying. So the importance that I have consciously that we need to fill this October with, how do you say, there's two pillars. There was a pillar of what happened last year, and then the pillar of what we're trying to make happen this year to achieve a type of balance in life. That life, there's trauma anniversaries that happen, and so it's beneficial for the psyche to do something mood elevating when those things happen. Now, of course, you're gonna have to process it, yeah. But let's say you take your kids to a trampoline park. They're screaming, they're having fun, the exhilaration, the expression, right? We took our kids to a concert, a concert, like a metal rock concert. They were screaming and having fun and jumping around and loud music, and their body was fucking synced up with everybody's there, and everybody was like, nah, 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 nah. That is a expression. It is a beneficial expression of something that previously was very difficult to deal with. So they may not know it consciously, but the fact that we're doing these things is actually very good. It is very good for alleviating the kind of tangled up nasty caca of last year's trauma. So is losing your mother and grandmother traumatic? Yes. That's a big thoughts, very big thoughts for such a little baby. Not a little baby, but to me, yeah, they're my babies. Big thoughts for little children to think about death. It's heavy weight. Oh my god. Facebook just alerted me that there's another event that I signed up for happening right now. I'm not going home. Scammer gets scammed. It's fucking funny. See, and now I'm laughing because I'm not going. I lied. Oh, it's so funny. I don't know why. I don't know. Is that really funny? Probably not. But do I think it's funny? Yeah, I do. I had some strange dreams last night. Golly, I'm so frustrated. Like, I'm so dark right now. That's okay. Fuck it. I tried so hard to like hide my skin from the sun, and the sun was just kissing it. It was like, and then my skin gets. It starts cooking. I'm cooked. It's fine. It's whatever. Me and my friend went to the pumpkin patch. So me and my friend went to the pumpkin patch, and we were supposed to dress up. Now, all the kids dressed up. My son dressed up as his former self. He said, I'm dressing up as classical me for pumpkin patch attire. I said, all right, cool. And then my younger son created a concept, a scary clown, demonic entity with a chainsaw. He made his own concept of what he thought horror was, and he wanted to. He first drew it and then found the bits and bobs at Spirit Halloween and then put it into action and gave it a whole life. So I think it's important to do that. I always call my youngest. He's going to give H.P. Lovecraft and Stephen King a run for their money. He is. I need to teach him perhaps a little bit better on how to write, writing format, stories, but he conceptually is very good with storyboards, and for every character he creates multiple pictures of them crouching and moving, and all on his own. He's done this. This was a natural process for him. I didn't teach him any of that. All he does is he shows me his character concepts, and I approve of them, and I sit with him, and I think this is fantastic, and I tell him, I just gas him up. I'm like, this is great, this is fantastic. You did this on your own, or was it inspired? If it was inspired, cool, just let me know, And he's like, no. And he'll tell me, if something's inspired by something else. Today he drew a picture of this person that everybody kind of likes on YouTube or whatever, and the kids, they watch him all the time, but to me, he's aggravating. It's like, it's kid stuff, whatever. But so he drew a picture of him, but he drew him like a chimera. I think I'm saying that wrong. A chimera, like the entities from the myth that are multiple things, like snakes and lions and eagles and whatnot mixed together. They're like an alchemical creature that is many creatures in one. And he drew one, and I was like, of course I have things around the house. I have Splendor Soleil. Like, it's just table talk for us to have. Like, I have the plaques sitting out, laminated in a place where the kids could pull from them if they wanted, but I've never seen them do that. So I thought that was strange that maybe he found that from some other avenue or whatever, but I thought it was interesting, unique, and fun. And I was like, that's so cool. He's like, yeah, it's like a mixture of it's him, but he's also a lion and an eagle, and also he's like a dragon and a bear and all these things. And he kind of like drew a Frankenstein-esque, like Frankenstein's creature-esque, mixed together of this person. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. It's important to support your children and whatever they start developing into, whatever it is, whatever they like, to an extent. If it's not hurting anybody, cool, support them. It's really not that hard. It is really not that hard. And I got some beef with certain people in my life. I'll just call them acquaintances, because I noticed that they treat their children a certain way that pisses me off. I'm really big on protecting kids. Really big, because number one, I was not protected. And what happens when things are left alone? They form and shape in strange ways, okay? And they become the victims of horrific things, okay? As somebody who has survived horrific things, and it wasn't just once or twice, it was many, many times. Many horrific things have happened to me, and I've had to overcome them. Thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of therapy. That's the price you get for surviving something. It is a burden, yes. It is difficult, yes. Is it tragic? Sure. Can you yoke gold from lead? Yeah, if you're brave enough. Some people don't make it. It's very difficult. So anyways, when I notice that other people are kind of shitty to their own kids, and I understand everybody gets aggravated. It's a mammalian thing to get aggravated and be like, everyone leave me alone. Like, that's okay. We at some point need isolation, and need people to, overstimulation can make you really crazy, and that's okay to need alone time. But what I'm talking about is when people consistently thwart their children's need for validation or love or connection to their community around them, it's like me rubbing my nails on sandpaper. I don't like it. It pisses me off. And so I will purposefully, if their kids are talking to me, my acquaintances' kids, they're like, hey, like one girl was like, hey, I like your blah blah blah, and I said, well, thank you so much, and she had questions, and I provided with answers, and she told me things, and I was like, that's really cool. I think that's fantastic. Sometimes kids just need that's all they need is one of these bad boys, one of these bad motherfuckers, like fucking opposable thumb to tell them, yeah. But yeah, and so then they can have a tidbit of fucking confidence to go and do something, like it's really not that hard. It's really not that fucking hard, to love your kids, to protect your children, to protect other people's children. Um, the world is such a difficult place. The world is so fucking difficult, and it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. I get so mad. I get really, really mad at people, especially people over 30. Like, we've had plenty of time. We've had so much time for you to get your shit together. And I don't mean like get a job or whatever. I mean like stop being a fucking dick. Like, or own that you are a dick. Because then I'll respect you. If you're a fucking... If you are... So I have some relatives who are kind of like complete assholes and dickheads, okay? So they are, but they own it, and they know they are, and they say that they are. I have a little bit of respect for them. Now, when they point that shit at me, I stop that shit real quick. I don't play that way. I'll hurt your feelings really quick. And I'll hurt your feelings real quick. I'll accidentally say some shit that I can't walk back from. And then I'll be like, well, I guess now I have some free time since we're not friends anymore. I'm kidding. I'm not being mean, but if somebody, let's say this, the people who deserve it, deserve it. I don't ever tell somebody shit that they don't deserve, because that would be a lie. I have this little, I don't know what the fuck happened here. It's like a fairy knot or something. Must have happened when I was sleeping. Because I washed my hair, I think last night. I don't know what this is. This is my hair is so weird. It has a mind of its own. So I just let it have a mind of its own. I don't really give a fuck. Earlier I was so mad. Well, mostly because my energy is... I have my Batwing outfit on today, but my energy is... Well, my energy is going down, and I keep trying my hardest to be the best person I can be. Go. And after this video, I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I keep saying that. I'm so tired. Sometime in November, there will be a point where we're supposed to go and do more stuff. In the middle, I think, or around then, there's some ideas going around in the air, floating in the headspace of the universe around me. And one of those ideas is going to New York, getting on a plane and going to New York. Another one is perhaps going to Boston. My kids want to go to the Burger King at is it Niagara Falls or like the Canadian border? They really want to go see all the horror stuff up there. And I jokingly told my husband that I want to go to Coney Island and get a coney. So he was like, what? And I was like, I just want to get on a plane and go to Coney Island, get a coney, eat it, and go back on the plane back home. No reason. Just do that. Just to see what And he was like, it's gonna cost money, what the fuck? And then he was like, it's very, because he has people in New York and whatnot, and so he lived in Niagara Falls for some time, blah 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 blah. Right? He has family in New York and whatnot. So he was like, you don't understand, New York's very cold. The people are very rude. Um, blah blah blah. He was telling me all these things. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You could be rude to me. Nobody will ever be as rude to me as my mother was. So if anything, they got another thing fucking coming. When I get on that plane and I hit up New York, there is not a word on planet Earth that could ever hurt me as much as my mother hurt my ass. So I don't think they're as rude as she was. So I think we're good. And if they are rude, fantastic, because I fucking hate living in the South and everybody is, there's a fake nice. It's not like in Montana, everyone was super really nice and it felt like this is how it should be everywhere. That's how it should be everywhere. Like genuinely like, I'm concerned, you're concerned, let's talk. Okay, let's talk, right? Colorado is like that too. Colorado is me and my husband are flirting with the idea of maybe moving to Colorado, but I have to really dive into law. I'm very good with laws. So I have a specific kind of life. I homestead. We do our own independent things. We got, laws. So Montana is pretty good with those kind of laws or whatever. I don't know how Colorado is. And then there's like that, the market pricing houses. There's a lot of numbers and laws I have to get into. So it starts off with this flirting with the idea of going somewhere, living somewhere more permanent. And then it elevates to something else. I would love to live in New Mexico. In fact, New Mexico and New Orleans are the two places I call my father and my mother. Like New Orleans is like my mother, and New Mexico is like my father. There's like very specific ties, heartstrings that are pulled when I'm in those places and spaces. I just feel real when I'm there. I feel like a real human. It's strange. And when I'm here in this town and county, I don't feel real. And I don't like that at all. I've talked to therapists and they suggested, like, hey, you should sell your house and move and just fucking go. And it's not just one therapist, it was every therapist I ended up talking to at any given point in time and space. They were like, I would tell them my issues around the county I lived in and the isolation and ostracization and things like that. The fake niceness that I have issues with, the false smiles and the lying. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting to constantly go out and people are like just like lying to your face and shit like that. And also I was at Walmart and I walked past this girl who has an issue with me. I don't have an issue with her, but she talks shit behind my back. She has an issue with me. She's in alignment with some other hoes that don't like me because I'm on their baby daddy side, because that's my fucking homeboy and you's a bitch and you know that shit. So anyway, so there's this hoe at Walmart that don't like me. Whatever, fine. You don't have to. I don't say that you have to. And in fact, I'm pretty open about you not being here and me not being here. If you don't like me, get the fuck out of my face. And c'est la vie. We could both exist. That's fine. You can be in opposition to me. That's fine. Do I have to be obliterated off the face of the planet? Like, no. No. Do you? No. You can be a hoe over there and I'm gonna be over here fucking kicking it. Do you understand? So anyways, she saw me and she acted like she didn't know who I was. Bitch, I'm the only hoe in this side of the Mississippi that looks like, no, I'm kidding, that goes out in full fucking clown makeup to Walmart that looks like a bat and a clown had a child, okay? My county is, I'm the only bitch that looks like this. I have my crow feet and my onks and my clown white makeup and my fucking bat wings, and I'm you know who I am. I know who you are. But she wanted to act a certain way, so that's fine. So I held my head up real high and I stuck my chest out and I just passed her. And there's nothing that feels better than that. Than someone who fucking hates you for no reason. I've never done a fucking thing to this bitch in my entire life. Other than be nice to her. And some people just hate you for that. I hate it. It's stupid. It's weird. But that's in South Texas. That shit just kind of fucking happens. Now, is everybody like that? No. And in fact, I'm discovering a community, mostly of older people, who are not like that, who I can resonate with. I always resonate with older people. And I don't know why, but the little nurses, when I was born, I came out with very long fingernails and very wrinkly hands, like very wrinkly fingernails. In fact, don't look at my hands, because, okay, like old woman hands. So don't look at them now. Now I'm embarrassed. I don't even have hands. Bitch, I'm lying. I ain't never had a hand in my life. I ain't even got hands. No, but there was like three like little fucking fairy godmothers the day I was born. My mom, she like refused to pick me up because she was just like shocked, and scared, because she had given birth to a daughter. I was supposed to come out a boy, so she was frightened that I was a girl. And I'm sure had she known I was a girl, she would have taken care of it. And whatever. I don't fucking hold anything against her. You know, it was her life, whatever. But the fact that I was, and ironically, she had a separate blood type. I think she's type O negative, or AB negative, or no, she's type O negative, and her body tried to kill me on the way out. So they had to give her a shot to make sure that while she was giving birth, she did not kill me. And then whenever I came out, she was like, she didn't touch me. She said, she looked at me. This is what she told me. This is what this bitch told me. She said, I looked at you and he had these big black eyes and you just kept looking at me like an alien. And I was like, Mom, what the fuck? Bitch, what the fuck? You pick up your baby, hold it. She was like, so she had already had like 3 kids. So she knew the fucking routine. She was just being mean as hell. So anyways, the nurses picked me up. The sweet old Hispanic Mexican grandmas picked me up, and they looked at me and they were telling her my fortunes by looking at my hands and my eyes and things like that. So they were telling my mother the fortune of my life by looking at me. And they said that because I came out, and of course this is all just bullshit, but it's cute. It's a cute part of my story that happened when I was born. She said that I came out with very long fingernails, and they said to her, like, she's an old soul, she's wise, she's seen many things in many lifetimes, and she has returned from some faraway place, and la la. And they were telling my mom, and then my mom, they probably told her some other shit that scared her, and it's probably why she didn't pick me up. What the fuck, bitch? You hating ass bitch. Even if, I don't know, she was just mean. Like, that's fucking mean, bitch. It's so mean. So, anyways, that hurt my feelings. um, so yeah. But I thought that was so funny that the little old ladies, they stood around me like my little fairy godmothers, and they told my mom the fortunes of my life based on my hands and things, and then they gave me to her, and then she put me down, and they left, and she didn't make me. She was like, yeah, that's wild. That's so wild. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I think that's super cute. I don't know why I told you guys that shit. But yeah, I don't like, let me go back. I don't like mean people. I mean, sorry. I don't like fake nice people who are mean. I like, so if people on the East Coast are rude as hell, hell yeah. I love a rude person. You know why? Because me too, bitch. Now I get to have fun. Yeah, me too. No way. You want to act like that? Oh my God. It's time to party. So yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I can, you want to yell at me? You want to say rude shit and get real loud with me? No way. That's cool. But here's the issue. I'm trying to have my healing era. So I'm trying not to be that hoe anymore. Trying not to be that bitch anymore. Like, I don't have to act like that. I don't have to lunge at somebody and like take them out of existence. I don't have to do that. And I won't, because I'm in a better spot, in a better place. And we all have, as a child, I was very, defensive of my friends. And so even like with grown, well, yeah, shit, fuck, yeah, I guess grown men too. I was very defensive as a child. I was very defensive of my friends. And I was always the first person to buck up to somebody and be like, hey, what's up? Do you want to fucking go right now? Huh? Or you want to keep talking to my friend like that? To a fault. So anyways, now I watch the company I keep. And so the company I keep now, we're kind of very similar. We've been on the same path for over 16 years. We've been best friends since 2008. And then my other friend, that's my best friend, we've been friends since middle school, so possibly 2004. Off and off, off and on friends. We weren't really good friends at first, but we did have choir together, and we hung out in the same circles, and we were those like darker kids that were like, whatever, and everybody told us to go ourselves and stuff like that. It's crazy. There's the people nowadays would have not survived half the shit me and my friends went through. And some of my friends didn't survive half the shit we went through. So what the fuck does that tell you? Like, it was really like being born and being alive was an initiatory practice for living. I don't know how this doesn't make sense, but it was like my entire life was an initiation into my 30s, which was actually getting to live. The whole fucking beginning of it was like things trying to take me out, people telling me to take myself out, surviving. It was literally fucking fight or flight, survive and figure out, and opposition and arguments and running and hiding and fleeting and standing your ground. And it was like, man, the whole beginning of my life was a clusterfuck of horrific things. And it is a miracle that I am conscious and alive and can even communicate to you guys on any level. So yeah, or like whatever. So yeah, am I grateful? Absolutely. And through astrology, I kind of like equate it to understanding the dance of Saturn. We're not really allowed to be until about 27 to 32. So yes, the whole beginning of your life is an initiatory practice. Into what? Well, into what it is now. After 32 or at 32, after your Saturn return, however long it may be or take, after Saturn returns to your birth, your natal degree of Saturn, many things will happen. And of course, there's also heavy themes of dying, death, literally dying. I literally died like multiple times. I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, man, I remember being young and dying so many times on accident. Like a bounce house collapsed on me and they had to resuscitate me. So there's been many times, little death kisses, all the, and many times. And so I just kind of, I just take it with like, well, maybe, like I just, do I romanticize it a little? Yeah, it helps me cope by saying like maybe it was Saturn's embrace, maybe it was like La Santa Muerte, giving me a hug and keeping me safe and then sending me back out to the wolves. No, I'm kidding, but to go learn life and what it is and what it isn't and what isn't, and that it all is simultaneously and isn't simultaneously. So life is mysterious as much as death is mysterious. But yeah, it's kind of wild. It is wild. I was at my friend's house yesterday. I don't know if I already said this in this video. I said it earlier, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna record today because I was so tired. And we had there's a dog next door that keeps barking. So I was so tired, and we had I was like, I want to record, and I was like, I'm not gonna record. We're gonna have to get over that dog barking. Anyways, whatever. So me and my friend were sitting in the driveway at her house, and we were watching the sunset through the trees and communicating on all kinds of things. I told her about Socrates and the burden of sharing your ideas and the consequences of your actions and things of that nature. And we were talking about like her life and everything and all kinds of things. While watching our kids playing skateboarding, racing each other to the stop signs and stuff like that. So then this car slams on its brakes. We're sitting in the driveway. Her driveway has a slight slope, so she's laying down looking at the sky, and I'm sitting next to her watching the kids, watching the sunset, whatever. And so then this car, it's a SUV, I'm sorry, slams on its brakes in front of us. And she said, I told you they're real. Look, there she is. There she is right there. I was like, and I look like this. I was at the kid's birthday party. I look like this. You guys saw the get ready with me, right? So this I looked like yesterday, whatever. And so she was like, I told you she's real. you better act right or I'm going to pull over and unbuckle you and leave you here with her. And then I got it. She was threatening the kids in her car, which I couldn't see that about me. And she had told them that I was a thing, like a creepy crawly thing that maybe ate children or something. So immediately I understood real quick. At first I was like, did I just get rolled up on? Like, am I about to have to like I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So then I went from like, am I gonna have to fucking fight this bitch? To, oh, okay. She wants me to scare her kids. Okay, got that. And so I started acting crazy and I was like, and she rolled the window down. She was like, see, I told you. There she is right there. Look, she's gonna come over here and get you if you don't act right. And so I was like, like acting all crazy, just sitting there. I didn't move or go up to the car. Like, and the kids in the back were like, so, bitch, I was sitting on my friend's driveway and you rolled up to me like that. So of course I'm gonna bring it out, like whatever it is. Like, so I was thrown a roll. I was thrown the roll of the bitch, Yarona. Sorry. Oh, there's white people here that say Yorena. Oh, Yorena, and so sometimes I get it mixed up because I'll make fun of them saying that the La Lorena, Lorena or Yorena. And then I get confused in my own head, and I'm like, Yarona, La Yarona. So they said to it was their grandchildren, and so then I was like, like all crazy, and they're like, and I was like, you better act right, you better listen to your parents, or they're gonna bring you back here real quick, and whatever, fuck it. I was thrown a roll, so I took it. And I immediately just grabbed it and put it on and jumped into it. It was fun. It was like improv, whatever. Scaring these children. And I was like, fuck it. Listen, if people are going to categorize me as a monstrous creature, it's not the first time that's happened. I was at Hot Topic minding my own fucking business, buying something for my kid. Like, my kids are buying a Pokemon deck, like a card, a mystery pack, right? And my other son was buying a shirt. He's into bands and stuff like that, like I was when I was his age. And I was looking for something for my husband and buying some nice dresses for myself. I had a lot of Hot Topic cash or whatever. So we were cashing it in. And this sweet little 4-year-old was looking at me with these doe eyes. And she was like, Mommy, it's a monster. And then the mom looked at me and was like, you think that's a monster? You think she's a monster? And the mom looked at me and kind of like gave me the eyes like, hey, can you step back a little bit? You're freaking my fucking daughter out. And I was like, respectfully, I did. And so I looked at the cashier and we knew each other. And so we exchanged glances and I was like, and she was like, so I kind of hid in the corner while they were checking out. But I needed to check out. So anyways, the little girl kept looking at me all crazy. So people, I don't know why the little kids are scared of me. It's fine. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But it was funny because that lady who drove by was like, the lady who drove by was like, actually, no, I'm their grandmother. And I was like, yeah, well, you need to listen to her too. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, me and my friend were like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Okay. This is fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's cool. C'est la vie, whatever. Life is weird. Okay. Next thing. It's a bunch of transitions from one strange event to another strange event for me personally. So I think I'm about to go. Let me begin the going process with my Florida water. Doesn't this, it looks like the stuff from Casper, doesn't it? Oh, that's so cool. I should put red dye in this. I should get another one and make the little vial from Casper. Doesn't that look... I'm just kidding. You hear it? I like the way that sounds. A phone. Hello? Can you hear the ocean? This is so fucking cool. I'm a fucking skank for vases and vials and doodads. I love these things. They're so fun. I collect jars, which I know a lot of girls do, but I collect all kinds of interesting jars, and this one was super fun. And that's such a pretty color. The Florida water is so fun. I'm so sorry. What the fuck was I saying? I'm about to start going. Number one, hi. Number two, bye. But yeah, I'm so tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. But you know what it is? It's a beautiful time. It's sunset. So I've spoken on this before. For some reason, fur. God damn, girl, what the fuck is up with your hair? Don't try to fix it. You're making it worse. Oh my god, stop. Fuck it. Okay, for some reason, what happens is I'll right before sunset, right before the beginning of sunset, my energy dips until like I need to sleep, and then at sunset, it quickly rises, and whenever it is full dusk and twilight, and then night, then all of a sudden I'm like hyper aware of everything and awake and silent because everything in the world is silent, and it feels different. The entire universe feels different, and it feels more real to me. Daytime doesn't feel real. Daytime to me is just reaction after reaction after reaction, and nighttime to me feels like I could respond. I can be. I can take my time. I can chart the stars. I can look at owls flying. Sometimes we get these migratory birds in V-shaped formations that kind of scare you when you're looking with night vision goggles. Because when they show up, you're like, oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. They shut the door with a motherfucking UFO. You know, it's just birds, migratory birds in the V shape, which is an alignment with the wild hunt, you know, that time of year, the wild hunt. So, yeah. It's interesting. You can hear the whenever I like winter when the wild hunt happens, when the geese start barking like the hounds, Odin or whatever, or the hounds from the underworld start barking across the sky and hunting and things like that. I like geese. I have no problem with geese. They're so cool. I have a funny picture I'll put right here of me at a park with a bunch of geese. And these geese were very violent towards people. They are very aggressive. They like biting dudes in the dick. Like they kind of do all this stuff. They're very aggressive geese. And yes, my hair is kind of funny in that picture. But yeah, I went right up to them and I was like, to these geese. I do a lot of stupid poses. I ask my husband to take pictures of me doing dumb shit. And he does. And I think it's funny. I don't think life should be too serious. I don't think it always has to be serious. I think that there's philosophy in the absurdity of life's complexities or like whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I need to go to fucking sleep. But here's the thing, it is almost the beginning of sunset, so I got excited because the tree turned red from the sun setting, and I was like, like I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss the sunset. I don't want to miss figuring out where Venus is gonna pop up first and be like, there she is, you know. And sometimes seeing the bats and whatnot. But I do need to go. I'm losing it. I'm so tired. Holy hell. Oh my gosh. So the pumpkin patch was at a church. And I was like, God damn, there's a lot of people here. And then I was like, oh no. And what was funny is my friend showed up dressed as a devil, and I showed up like this, and then I was like, and my friend was like, she halfway got to the pumpkin patch and was like, I'm dressed like the devil, we're going to church. And she said, oh, it's fine because Emily's gonna probably be dressed like some demonic thing. But I'm always dressed like some demonic thing. And so I was laughing, and then I was like, hey. I was like, ah, wait a minute. I was like, you're not wrong, but hey. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fuck. Oh, God dang. I need to go to bed. I am EP Queen of New Orleans. I need to go to bed. The EP Queen of New Orleans. No. Oh, I didn't remember. I didn't finish my thought earlier. Sometime in November, we might go to New York, or we might go to Boston, or we might go to New Orleans. No, my husband said not New Orleans. Um, I don't know why he had some kind of fear. Something happened. He caught the fear, and he was like, "I think we don't need to go there alone." And I don't know. He caught the fright, which is strange. Susto. He caught it, and I was like, "That's weird," because he's not usually frightful like that. So, anyways, if he doesn't want to go, that's fine. We don't have to go. But I think he wants his friend to come with us, like what happened last time. He has a childhood friend who's basically like his brother, and basically like our children's uncle. Basically my brother. So he went with us last time, and that was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, he was going through some hardcore shit, and he needed it. We all needed to go to New Orleans at that time. It's like the city of resurrection. It's like where you wring your soul out of all the bullshit, and you dip it in the water and clean it, hang it up to dry, and then your soul is dancing in the wind and it's revitalized. It's a very cleansing city. Um, at least personally, that's what I think. New Orleans is extraordinarily cleansing for the psyche, for the soul. Um, Visually, it's stunning. Even the drunks are stunning because how can you drink that much? I am stunned. I am truly stunned that you can breathe. Oh, you're not a fish? Like, do you not belong in the Mississippi? I am confused. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go. But yeah, we might go to New York or something. I've never been on a plane before. And I don't know because it is going to be around a certain time a year. I have to go. I keep yawning. I'm so tired. I need to leave. I don't know. I've never been to New York. If you guys have been to New York and you made it this far, gotcha. No, I'm kidding. I made you watch a dumb video of me being stupid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you have made it this far, hi friends. Thank you. Yeah, I think that we're friends now at this point, or acquaintances or whatever. But then also, if you have been to New York, do you have like tips or somethings? Do you have any things? Like I have my husband's bias, and I have his family's bias. His family's Italian. He's a very old Italian family, and they have certain ways. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I do not have those ways. Um, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna say something. Well, a couple of them kind of treated me a certain way because they found out I was Mexican, so they kind of like treated me like I was polluting their blood, and so it kind of pissed me off because I'm not just one thing or another, and so it rubbed me the wrong way. Let's put it that way. They kind of treated me like I had destroyed something that they viewed as holy, which was their holy Italian blood or whatever. And I was like, am I supposed to care? Because I don't. And maybe that works for your family members, but it doesn't work on me. I don't give a fuck. I never have. Never. Just kidding. That's a lie. I had before, but I don't now. So. Okay, good. Oh, you're not good enough because you're mixed or because you're basically American. Oh, everybody in America is a gumbo mixture of something. Um, so whatever. Does it matter? I don't think so. You know, death embraces us all at very strange times and in strange avenues. So, like, does it really matter? Should they have said that to me? Absolutely not. So, if you guys have any like things about New York, let me know. Maybe it'll help me understand it better. And if not, that's cool too. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go. Let me see what this looks like. I'm always in an argument with myself whether to keep my hair up or keep it down. Bitch. I'm gonna go. Okay, goodbye.